Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Recreating. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make Jeffy from Super Mario Logan. I really like this puppet. I think it's one of the funniest characters on the show. If you haven't seen the show, it is an adult show. They do have a lot of adult content in this show. But if you guys know who he is, obviously you guys know who he is because you guys clicked on this video for a reason. So without any further ado, let me show you guys how I created this little guy.
My diaper, I pat, my piano is a cat. I see a can of green beans, I hit it with a bat. Always wear my helmet, don't have to ride a bike. These bullies wanna try me, you know we're gonna fight. People say they hate me, well they can take a hike. I just school these haters, now let me drop the mic. Wanna see my pencil, 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 wanna see my pencil. Wanna see my pencil? Wanna see my pencil? Wanna see my pencil? Wanna see my pencil? No, you wanna see my pencil.
Hey guys, so I hope you enjoyed that little song. It was a song from the actual show with Jeffy raps. I think it's the second part of Jeffy raps, but that's one of my favorite episodes, so I had to throw it in here. I know I'm gonna get copywritten for it, which is okay because I don't really make any money off of these videos right now. Like I said, I just started this channel, so I'm not really making any money off of it right now. So it's okay. If I get copywritten, then I get copywritten. I know Super Mario Logan isn't that type of guy that will copywritten somebody that's actually using his characters for a good thing. I know he's been having trouble with people copying his actual content and making money off of it, which I think sucks, because I would be like really mad as well if somebody was doing that with my content. Somebody else was making money off of my content and I wasn't making any money. I'll be pretty mad too. So I can understand where he's coming from. So yeah. Anyways, sorry, Super Mario Logan, if you're actually watching this and I copied your music, but I really like your channel, and I figured I'm not making any money off of it, so I thought you would be okay with it. Anyways, onto the video. This is me just creating the hands. I decided to go this route with the fingers. If you watch my other videos, I make the fingers different, but I decided to go this way for this particular character because he's just a puppet, so his fingers are round. It goes more with the character, so I decided to go that route. This is me fitting the shoes. I had to make sure that both shoes were the exact same size, well, close to the same size. You never have the same size shoe when you're doing polymer clay. There will always be like a little gram that's off or something. But anyways, that's not important. What's important is that the look similar, or the look equally the same size. So I'm putting them on. One of the shoes looked a lot bigger, so I had to cut some of it off. As you can see here, I trim it off just to make it look a little bit better. And this one was a little bit fatter than the other shoe, so I had to squeeze it down a little bit. Get the tail there. Trim the other foot just to sharpen it up at the edge to make it pointy shoes. Right from the beginning, I figured I put the shoelaces because the shoelaces pretty funny when you see them on the character. So I was like, I should make shoelaces for him. So I did, created some shoelaces for him. The shoelaces were pretty hard to tie up because the clay, since it's so thin, it kept sticking to it. So I had to make sure I made a perfect loop, just like that, and stick it in there. But when you have really thin polymer clay, it tends to get stuck to your fingers. So it got stuck to my fingers a few times, and then eventually it got stuck to the actual shoe. The bad part about it is that the loop part of the shoelace, it touched each other, so it got stuck to each other, so you couldn't really see too much of the loop, but it still worked out. I think it still worked out. It's just me cleaning up the fingers a little bit and cleaning up the diaper a little bit, because the diaper had some cracks in it, or had some lines in it. And me fitting up the head, making sure it's the right size. I don't want to make the head too big or too small, but I kind of wanted to make it a little bit bigger than his body, proportional, because I want the face to stick out a little bit more. Here's a puppet, by the way. So its head is usually bigger than the bodies. Not technically bigger than the body, not physically bigger than the body, but you know, in terms of proportions, the head's a lot bigger than it's supposed to be in a puppet. That's what I meant to say. Anyways, so creating the face, I had to see how big the eyeballs. The eyeballs were almost the size of the nose, a little bit smaller than the nose. So I had to just measure that, and then make some holes to fit the eyeballs into it. So that's what I'm doing here. Just making some holes and then sticking the eyeballs in there. Because his eyeballs do stick out a little bit, so I want to make sure I capture that. And then he has sleepy eyes, so I had to put the eyebrows, I mean not the eyebrows, eyelids over it. And then I had to cut the bottom piece, because the bottom piece you could see a little bit of it closing on the bottom part of the eye, but not too much. But I want to make sure I put that in there. Actually, I had to make this face 2 times. The first time I did it, I was really happy with it, and I wanted to go with that. But then I screwed up, and when I was pushing in the helmet on top, because I made the helmet too small, so when I tried to shape the helmet around his head, I accidentally squeezed the head too tight, and then his face got misshapen. So he had this funny squished face, like it looked like a frog almost. So I had to completely I turned it into a ball and I tossed it. Oh, I didn't toss it all the way. I keep that clay just in case I need a fill-in. So if you by fill-in I mean if you guys ever watched the Manjibu video that I made, there's fill-in clay in there. So it's in case you get a fat character, or you need to cover something and then cover with the polymer clay, you have that filling inside of it, so you won't waste your good clay, basically. So I know that the eyes are a little bit off-centered. One of his eyes is looking the other direction. And then I had to cut in the inside of the mouse so I could put the red in it. I wanted to put as much detail as I could into the face, because that's what makes money, is a face. So that's what makes him look funny, is a little face that he has. And the voice is hilarious. So like I said before, this is not a kids show. I will not let my kids watch it. He did become family friendly after YouTube did the whole family friendly thing, strikes that they gave you for not being family friendly, after the whole shooting thing and all that nasty stuff that they were posting on YouTube. YouTube got strict and they stopped posting stuff like that. So Super Mario Logan had to cope with the changes, so he did, and they try to make it a little bit more family friendly, but didn't quite reach that goal. There's still a lot of adult content in it, and then he canceled his Super Mario Logan channel because he got age restricted, and then he's got his monetizations taken away, so he wasn't making any money on it, so he moved to another channel called Super Luigi Logan, and now he has a Super Luigi Logan where he gets monetized, where he gets money, but the thing is that he got demonetized from Super Mario Logan because he was putting these adult contents with children puppets. Because he has an actual Mario plush, he has a Bowser plush, and a bunch of Mario characters, and so kids will watch it because it's Mario, and he'll have like a bunch of adult content with these kids characters, and so YouTube didn't like that, so they stopped, paying his bills. They stopped giving him money. So he got mad, and so he switched to another account, and at first he was doing the whole family friendly thing, but then he is doing the exact same content as he's doing a Super Mario Logan, so don't get surprised if it gets canceled again. Because he's doing the exact same thing that he did in Super Mario Logan. The exact same reason that he got demonetized in Super Mario Logan, he's doing it on Super Luigi Logan. So don't be surprised if it gets demonetized. So anyways, yeah, these are the ears. For some reason, the ears were in my head. They seemed so simple to make, but when I put them on, it was so difficult to create the ear. For some reason, it kept missing. Probably because of the size of it. Being that it's a really, really small circle, and I had to bend it in half, it kind of misshapen. So that I'm assuming that's the reason why. But but yeah, the ears were pretty hard for some strange reason. So this is Jeffy coming along. So there he is, and then I gotta do the little holes on the top of his helmet. I was gonna put hair on the back because I know he has hair on his back, in the back of his head, but I didn't want to put like regular hair on it, and then I didn't want to put a bunch of clay strips, so I just left it the way it was. I might put some hair later on, but I don't know. So into the oven, guys. Well, guys, ready to go into the oven at least. Let's get them hard. And I forgot one very, very important thing. The pencil. He has a pencil in his nose. So they created a little pencil, just a little metal part of the pencil, and obviously the pink is the eraser. So I fit at the top, and then cut off a little bit more so it could look like natural eraser. And there you go, it's your little pencil. How to make the hole for the pencil in his nose. He actually has a hole in the actual puppet. I seen it when they took out pencil, but so there you go. It's Jeffy with his infamous pencil on his nose. And now he officially ready for the oven. So let's toss them in the oven for 25 minutes at 230 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, so I pre-wrote his name with the pencil because I want to make sure I wrote it right. Like not the spelling, but the way it's actually shaped in the font. So there you go. I got Jeffy.
Jeffy, stop it. Don't sing about stuff like that. It's gross. Somebody is at the door, at the door, at the door. Somebody is at the door, and there is diarrhea in my pants.
Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this little tutorial on how to make Jeffy from Super Mario Logan, please hit the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, be a creator by hitting the subscribe button. And I will start doing shout outs of the day, so if you guys want to be a part of that, make sure you guys leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and subscribe, because if you guys do, guess what? You guys will see me on the next one. Peace.